My name is Optimus Prime, and here is an awesome video review from Jesse. Now watch as he lights our darkest hour. Yeah!
Welcome to another Dragon Ball Z S.H.Figuarts review. This time we're looking at BROLY, the biggest S.H.Figuarts DBZ figure so far, and I don't really anticipate them making a larger one. And I'm very happy to have this figure. I missed out when it was first released, and really for the longest time I wasn't really into the Figuarts line just because DBZ was on the back burner. I'm a hardcore Dragon Ball Z fan. I have been for over 15 years now, and probably closer to 20. But this is one, like, way before the internet. BROLY was like a mysterious character. I mean, beginning days of the internet, BROLY was a mysterious character. All I really knew about BROLY was like from the Irwin toy days, where we, on the back of the card, had SS BROLY with the old Bandai figure, which I'll show in a little bit. And really, like, this was a legend before way before Funimation started dubbing the series. So I'm very happy to finally have a BROLY, and BROLY was one of my favorite, if not one of my most favorite characters back when DBZ was really first starting. Just because he reminds me a lot of the Hulk, and Hulk is my favorite Marvel character of all time. So fine, with enough of that. Oh, and be expecting many more DBZ Figuarts, because, you know, I'm a hardcore DBZ fan. I really regret missing out on some earlier Figuart DBZ figures, but so I'm going to be getting a whole bunch soon. So here he is. Here, just a BROLY here, has a cool comic style picture of his face here. Just says BROLY here, picture of the figure. BROLY, the legendary Super Saiyan, and more of the rest of the face on the back. Some really cool poses, like that is just an awesome pose that you can do with him here. And I have that Goku right here, and more pictures of BROLY molding, movable. It's just such a funny thing. I don't know why, just that phrasing. Not posability, but it's movable. Alright, so that's enough of the box. Let's go ahead and crack it open. And here is BROLY out of the package, and I gotta say that not only is this my favorite DBZ Figuarts so far out of the few I have, but this is definitely one of the best DBZ figures ever. And not only that, but it's definitely the best BROLY figure ever. I am so happy with this. Everything from the paint sculpt, paint scheme, to the sculpting, to the posability, and just the overall coolness factor of this is just spectacular. The amount of accessories he has, like, this is my favorite pose I have. Just the idea of, you know, the biggest Super Saiyan ever. Just his main attack are these tiny little green balls, but that are extreme powerful enough just to destroy a planet. Is just such an interesting idea to me. And but yeah, like, this is one of the many posing possibilities you can do with him. But let's get more into the figure now. The paint scheme on this figure is absolutely amazing. I could not have hoped for anything better. One thing I really love about it is just the coloring of the hair. Now, this is more accurate to the his hair that he had in movie 10, where he mainly fought Gohan and Goten and Trunks, as opposed to movie 8, BROLY, the legendary Super Saiyan, where his hair was just completely green. I never really quite liked that, mainly because it didn't look very Super Saiyan-y, if that makes any sense. You still get a little hint of green here, which is accurate to movie 10, BROLY's Second Coming, but I like him having more yellow hair, because it really does make him look more like a traditional Super Saiyan. But I do appreciate that they have the little touches of green in the hair, just to show that it is a completely different kind of Super Saiyan. And the paint job on the body is great. Has different shades of flesh color here. Got some darker shades and like the more in the lines of the muscle, just to show how muscular he is. The paint job on his necklace is really good. I think even the little jewel right there looks great, and he doesn't really have much going on underneath of his arms here, but still looks good. The gold that they used on his gauntlets is really nice. It still has the same kind of jewel right here on his belt. In pants, it's kind of darker gray, darker white that's almost gray, and some like blue paint in the pants, just to show more attention and detail in the wrinkles. Got some more jewels on his legs here. Boots look really good. Overall, it's just really good. And his little energy balls have many different shades of green in them. If I can keep it in focus, they're semi-translucent, and a little bit of white right here on the, I guess, the top. Yeah, kind of top-ish. There's a peg. It's like the front, almost. Little spikes everywhere. Overall, it just looks really, really good. He does come with 3 different types of faces. He comes with his standard stern face, a grinning face, and a screaming face. I wish he came with a 4th face, which is really kind of like a not sure how to describe it, but where he's smiling but looks evil smiling. You know, something similar to this, but just showing more teeth exposed. That would have been my preferred face. That one was just, especially, it's the face that kind of, whereas when Goku unleashed his Super Kamehameha, and it didn't even phase Broly at all, and he had that really cool and terrifying smile upon him. That, I wish there was a face for that, because that's my ideal Broly face. But this one, out of the 3 we got, this one is my favorite. He also comes with 3 different sets of hands. He comes with fists, some grabby hands, and some flat hands, which is good. These hands are pretty big, and which is probably why we don't have many choices of hands. But you pretty much can get any pose you want out of these different hands. Like, these are, you know, good for his first transformation or him screaming. These are good for his little energy blast or for grabbing, and I don't know, I guess these could be his clapping hands, like just, or I'm contemplating world domination hands, but yeah. And like most big figure arts, he does come with a Tamashii stand, which has 2 parts, well, 3 parts. The base, and it comes with 2 little arms here. One can be used for holding the actual Broly, which is kind of difficult because, like you see, these like to pop off pretty easily, and these are not all too strong anyway, especially with holding Broly, which is a pretty big and semi-heavy figure. It can be a little bit difficult, and it comes with this little smaller arm, a little smaller arm that you can peg one of the 3 energy balls. I'm not sure why it comes with 3. That's kind of odd, because you can only really use 1 at a time. But you can put these in one of these smaller holes here, or any of them actually, and you can pose them however you want. Really cool. Yep. Alright, as far as posability goes, this guy is absolutely amazing. He's got a joint up here in the top of his neck, which allows for good range of motion. Doesn't really, you can't really look up too much, but that's really just because of his hair sculpt. Can't really knock it for that, but it's extremely emotive. Looks really good. He's got a really amazing shoulder joint. He's got a joint inside more towards his chest, and a rotating joint at the top of his shoulder here, so it can, you know, punch himself in the other side of his face or go all the way back. It's really good. Got a rotating joint in the upper bicep. He technically does have a double hinged elbow, but it really doesn't go too much beyond 90 degrees, but that's just mainly because of the extreme bulkiness of the figure. He does have a wrist swivel and ball and a little bit of movement here. Got an ab crunch, which looks really good. I mean, no matter what you do with it, it doesn't obscure the look of him being a really hulking Super Saiyan. Got a swivel joint here, and his skirt piece is also articulated. Got a little flap here, so it allows for side movement in his legs, and you can go upward. Looks really good. He's got a ball joint in his hip here, and he does have double hinged knees to allow for some great movement, even though it doesn't really go much beyond this point here, but because of the double hinged knees, it's able to allow for his pants to look good no matter what, and allow for a decent range of motion here. And his ankles pivot as well, go up and down. He's got a little bit of toe articulation. And here is BROLY next to the Super Saiyan Son Goku, and this really puts things in perspective and see how big BROLY is compared to Goku. And here he is next to the very first BROLY figure, from the Bandai Super Battle Collection line. This was the only movie character to get a release in the main line, which was all just anime, the show characters, no movie characters, and that's just how popular BROLY was. And this is one of my most sought after figures when DBZ first came out. Yes, it only has 2 points of articulation, but it's still cool. And here he is next to the pathetic other BROLY released by Erwin Toys, and he does have the green hair, and I don't like, even though it's accurate to the first appearance of BROLY, I do not like the shade of green that they used. It just does not make him look like a Super Saiyan. Overall, I absolutely love this figure. It is an amazing, amazing figure. It's getting more and more expensive. Definitely, as of all the Dragon Ball Z Figuarts are getting more expensive, which I'm glad they're reissuing a bunch of them. Like, I'm picking up the reissue Vegeta, the reissue Trunks that's coming out next year. Definitely expect a lot more DBZ Figuarts from me in the future. I know that I have not been a good DBZ fan lately because, you know, I don't really post too much Dragon Ball Z content anymore, but expect a lot more from me soon. Got the Resurrection F figures coming out, other stuff like the Warrior Awakening Goku's coming out, and Vegeta. I'm probably going to get Vegito soon, Ultimate Gohan, a lot more. This is a must-buy if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. This is an amazing display piece, amazing collector's piece, and just overall hell of a fun toy. Definitely pick this guy up while he's not too expensive. He's expensive, but you know, he's no $400 like the S.H.Figuarts Trunks is somewhere. Alright guys, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot. You can follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/SSJ_Autobot, and I'll catch you next time.